Hey everyone, it's Mary Beth. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm so happy to be a part of this wonderful collab called Inspired DIYs Fall and Thanksgiving Decor. And this is where we are inspired by another creator, Kirkland's, Pinterest, wherever it may be, to bring to you some amazing DIYs. So we've got Ellie from DIY House to Home, Artsy Cupcake, The Mug Life DIY, Crafting in Mimi's World, Arrows DIY, Hot Mess and Hot Glue, and Megan from Megan's Painted and Distressed, as well as, of course, myself. So we thought we would come together, kind of, kick off the end of this season, if you will, of fall before we all get into our Christmas DIYs. So this first one I have was inspired by this Mackenzie Childs pumpkin off of Pinterest. I thought it was so beautiful. And here's what mine looks like. So let's go through how I put this together. All right, so I got this pumpkin 40% off. So you can see it was $9.99 from Hobby Lobby. So what did I get it for? Like $6, $5.99. And it's a good size pumpkin. I'm using this color called Serenity. It's a beautiful color. And I'm going to go ahead and paint, the entire pumpkin. And then there's going to be a couple other products that I'm going to use. I decided to keep this simple in a sense and not too much going on because I think that the paint, the way it was painted, really spoke for itself and kind of was the star of the show, so to speak, in my opinion. Okay, so this color, isn't it beautiful? All right, so we're going to take this color and then we're going to use another product. It's by DIY Paint Company and it's called Dark and Decrepit. And I absolutely love this product. It's a liquid patina. However, you can always use like the antique wax from Waverly or Folk Art or whatever, or even just dry brush some dark colored, dark brown paint, whatever works for you. I just wanted to get this color on top of that pretty Serenity bluish color. And as you can see, I'm just rubbing it in. I'm really focused on kind of the ribs in between, the I don't know how to describe it, but the ribs of the pumpkin. And then of course I will go over the other parts as well. But if you think about what parts are more shadowed and what's more light and that sort of thing. So I just kind of go over this whole thing. One thing I do is I also take the Dark and Decrepit and I stain that stem right there. That is completely not necessary because in the end, you're not going to see it. Now, keep in mind, when I do these DIYs, sometimes I don't know the exact route I'm going in, right? So anyway, you wouldn't have to do, if you're going to do this, you wouldn't have to do that. All right. Now, I love this Folk Art gold paint that I have. It's my favorite gold paint. And I literally just finger paint on here. Just wanted to do some highlights with this beautiful gold color, and it's shimmery and pretty, and I absolutely love it. Then when I'm done with that, you're going to see some flowers that I chose, which I do get them off of Amazon. And instead of cutting into the pumpkin like a lot of people do, like the inspiration picture, so I think my audio got cut off. I apologize for that. But anyway, I think I was talking about the inspiration picture. So I didn't cut into the pumpkin like they did. What I decided to do was take flowers and little pieces and wrap it around and kind of hot glue it down. I was going to do a bow and all that. And I decided sometimes less is more, in my opinion. So anyways, I really hope that you like this pumpkin and it gives you some inspiration, and I will catch up with you. We have one more DIY in this video, so I will catch up with you in just a moment. Thank you.
Air fills up my lungs and it tickles. Oh, what a joyful feeling. I think I'm gonna stay here under all these rays and soak up the sun. Ooh, we long for Viva la Vida. Around the corner I'll meet ya. A bit show. A bit lighter, freer.
Well, there it is. It was really actually easy. You could use any colors. I loved it. I thought it turned out really nice. All right, let's move on to the second DIY. I'm calling this a Thanksgiving charger plate sign. This was my inspiration off of Pinterest again. Sorry, that was kind of a quick picture, but basically just decorating up a charger plate kind of to use as a sign. So I got this charger plate at Dollar Tree. I was kind of impressed. It's not just plain, it has kind of those oh God, I can't think today, like little bumps, around it or whatever. So I thought it was not a bad color either. But what I decided to do is I kind of wanted to go with this tealy kind of color. So I'm mixing celery and pool together. I'm going to paint this. I will say I had a lot of issues with this. I first printed off this amazing image off of clip art, believe it or not. It was a vintage, or there anyway, pretty sane and vintage, looked like watercolor pumpkins, and I printed it off on vellum, and I thought it was so pretty, but I had a lot of issues putting it down after I painted. So I had to scratch that idea. So I ended up deciding to create a stencil on my Cricut, which I personally have never done before. And so it was actually a good learning experience for me. So now I know how to do it. I did screen record me doing that as far as how you go into Design Space. So if anyone's interested on how you could stencil, just let me know and I could put up a quick video on that. It was actually easier than I thought, but there are some steps you want to take. So anyway, all right, so this is the stencil that I created. Just says Happy Thanksgiving. And again, I thought that color turned out really pretty, the mixture of celery and pool. I've been doing that a lot lately for this season. And then what I'm going to do is once I get this stencil on here, I'm going to use the color Plaster by Waverly to stencil in the Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, I mean, this is so easy. Like you could do this. It took me a while because I messed up, but you could do this very quickly. You could get several charger plates. I just think it's really pretty, a really cute idea. There's so much you can do with it, And then after I stencil it, and get the plaster on there, what I will do is, by the way, I do thin layers. Sorry to back up, but I'm going to do thin layers and do 2 or 3 of them rather than one layer that's a lot more paint, because you just will be able to control the bleed through a little bit better, if that makes sense. And it doesn't take long to dry. So I just do a few little thin layers, and that way I don't have bleed through. Just wanted to point that out. Okay. So then after I'm done with this part, all I do is I just put a cute, messy bow together, and I really wanted to bring in browns and darker oranges and some natural colors against this celery pool color, kind of a contrast, and I thought it turned out really pretty. So yeah, I'll let you kind of enjoy the music, watch the rest of this, and I'll catch up with you at the end. And oh, by the way, please do not forget that I will have the playlist listed below of all the talented ladies that I mentioned in the beginning of this video. So please go check out all of their videos. Let them know I sent you if you are new to their channel. And if you are new to my channel, coming over from one of their channels, I just want to welcome you, and I greatly appreciate you being here. And if you are an existing subscriber, you already know I'm so grateful for you and so happy that you are here. And I would greatly appreciate it if you would give me a like. All right, I will catch up with you here in just a moment.
Sailors passing on the street, are you ready for peace? Ships are filling up fast, are you ready for ease? Forget bad memories and leave those hurting knees behind.
All right. Well, this is going to conclude today's video. I'm just putting together this messy bow. As you can see, I used oranges, kind of a burnt orange, browns, natural colors, and I put a pine cone on there. So I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope it gave you some inspiration. And thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me today. All right, everybody, have a great day.